Welcome to the Atacama Desert. You will find deserts mainly, as I was taught as a boy and you are taught today, you will find them on the western side of continents in general, between 15 and 30 degrees north or south of the equator. Contrary to popular belief, only 10% of the desert is occupied by sand dunes. You've seen those pictures of a little oasis in the middle of nowhere, palm trees and sand dunes. Some deserts are on the east side of a continent, such as I've seen the deserts in Djibouti and Eritrea. That really is an extension of the Saudi Arabian desert. In Chile, they've manifested development here with wind farms, and of course, unlike England where we're highly populated, no one objects because the wind farms are a long way from where everybody lives. So they're harnessing electricity. And what brings me to the desert, not just Francis Drake, but I do like to get away from everybody. I think England is highly populated, there's too many of us there, not enough people care about population density. They try to appease us by saying, oh, don't worry, there's enough room for two people to share the size of a rugby pitch. But as some intelligent answers have come from children, they realise that includes private property, includes mountainous areas where you wouldn't want to live. The desert has been a solace for many people. The first one we know of was Jesus. He went to the Judean desert, where I've been. He spent 40 days and 40 nights there, being tempted by the devil to strengthen himself to prepare for his ministry. Lawrence of Arabia said the desert was clean. It's certainly quiet. And if you look at the ground here, it's not sand dunes, it's gravel interspersed by big stones. And what's happened here, you can see the abrasive edge of this stone here. And what's happened is called like an onion. Near here, 10 years ago, I photographed a fractured rock. It was like a beaten shell of a boiled egg, and you could just take off flakes of rock. And what happens over millions of years, the heat during the day expands the rock. And because there's quite a big difference of temperature change, the rock will shrink at night, and eventually it will force the rock to crack in many places. And every particle to the smallest will keep shrinking and expanding till it cracks down to a fine gravel. Now you're going to see a wadi, which is a desert name for a river valley. Now I've seen wadis in every desert. I've been to the Namib desert, to Sahara desert, to the Egyptian desert, the Arabian desert, California, Mojave desert, and this is the Rio Loa. You can see that over millions of years it's carved itself a gorge. Now, boys and girls, just because there's plants here, it doesn't mean it rains here, because it doesn't. This water comes down from about 4,000 meters, 15,000 feet and more, around the Altiplano in Bolivia or Peru. So all the water here has originated hundreds of miles away. A lot of it's lost through evaporation, but this is a relief to see vegetation in the desert. Deserts form part of your GCSE, and once again it's Mr. Turner, the humanities teacher, inspiring you to come and see what you learn at school that's prepared you to pass your GCSE. Come and see and understand what you've learnt, and for those who are still listening, I urge you to study GCSE. And just before I say goodbye, you can see the Pacific Ocean here, which proves that this desert is on the western side of the continent of South America.